and welcome to Blue Garden Cottage. Wonderful to have you along with us, and I do apologize for not posting a video last week. It turned out to be impossible. I did try, but so much was going on and happening for our family, not to mention, just the usual craziness and busyness with crafting and preparations for Christmas. And I'm not talking spending money kind of stuff. I'm just talking like with the decorating finished and spending time with family. There was some more chaos around the end of the week and blah blah blah. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I'm here right now, and all plans that I wanted to do for Christmas I've just put by the wayside, and I've just been going with it, which means that a lot of stuff won't get done that I wanted to do. But that's okay. Right now I'm sitting here chilled. Tree lights are on. It's early in the morning. It's my only me time. Because within the next hour, the usual starts. So I'm going to just enjoy being in this moment for a bit and chatting with you. And I got quite a lot done as far as we got baking done. So I've baked cookies. I've passed down the tradition of gingerbread house making and assembling and decorating to the next generation. My son decorated a gingerbread house given to us by a friend for Christmas. We passed that to our son and he decorated that with his daughter, and I'll have other parts of that kit to assemble with my grandson. And I was going to make some gingerbread houses because that was always a tradition when our children were young, and I thought it'd be a nice one to revive with the grandchildren. But seriously, that's one of the plans that's gone out the window. I just can't do it. So what I'm going to do, unashamedly, is I'm going to go to IKEA and buy one of their gingerbread house kits ready-made to assemble, and I'll just give that to my grandchildren's parents to do with them. I might just do one myself here for when the children come to visit. But yeah, I'm just adapting plans, saying never mind, what will be will be, and I'm winging it. I didn't even get all of the crafts done for the Christmas presents for the family, but I will do that on Monday and Tuesday. Today then, because of the time thing, the way things have worked out, I am going to make some jam today, berry jam, for presents for the family. So they'll each get a jar of jam, and then, the Cook sisters will have to wait till next week. I might make some more mince pies. Oh yeah, I made mince pies too. I'll put a picture in here. Hubby has that tradition. I'll show you in a minute, actually. There you go, just a simple little cloth on the table to start with, and then we move around. My door snake. I love that door snake. I bought it years ago. Can't remember where, can't remember exactly when, but I absolutely love it. And it has blue in there. I told you there was a blue thread from years ago and just randomly appears. Then there's stockings I found in the charity shop before at £1.50. I know I can make my own, but in days like this when I have no time to do stuff, it's handy to hunt through the charity shops. Little things I've collected from many years. Things we've made. Do you remember this one? With a winter scene on and Santa going through the silhouette of the moon. Yeah. Cards given by friends. This one, totally finished now with his little bell. Glad we fixed him up. And then, of course, all the decorations on the tree that I've gathered for many years since the children were little. A couple of them they've made. A couple of them are little scriptures relating to Christmas. Their friends have given us little things made like this. I made out of cardboard and paper doilies with ribbon to put little sweets in on the tree. But of course, since having dogs, that's just been a no-no. Or the tree would end up where it shouldn't. Little things I've kept. Little things that were dual purpose. This was a tin that had sweets inside. You pull it open and it's got lovely winter scenes. Obviously, I keep stuff like that. I don't mind buying stuff like that occasionally. Yeah, all sorts of things going in there. Even old earrings. I mean, I'm not going to wear earrings like that. It's too big and blousy, but perfect for a Christmas tree. Some lovely old traditional stuff and stuff hubby made for me years ago when we didn't have it, when we had even less money than we do now, and I wanted to put something in there that he made for me. A little teddy. It's blue and it fits in the tree. Why wouldn't I stick it there? Yeah, lovely stuff. I think there are things in there somewhere that the children made as well. Can't remember. There are the things we made this year: the train, the soldiers, the Nutcracker soldiers, the sleigh, and the gnome. And then a wreath, just a boring one that I just stuck a ribbon around because I didn't have anything else to put on it, but I wanted it up there. And of course I'll hang some tree decks from it. Why not? And then we've got some battery operated lights in the garland, which is literally just natural looking tinsel that I've wrapped around, 2 different types wrapped around with some little string of bells, little baubles, a few of the butterflies on the tree. I wish I had more of those. Love them. But you know, that'll come out every year. And I have had that for very many years and it still looks fine. So, yeah, and it's got the lights on the tree are battery operated as well. Not so eco-friendly because batteries are not eco-friendly, but neither is using electricity. But I'm not having a Christmas tree without lights. But at least it won't hurt the wallet this year because I only have those lights on really when the grandchildren are here and the lights are turned down and we've only got the lamp on behind me like earlier. So it's more atmospheric then. And of course the fireplace. There's no fire in there right now, but that's a candle going. I'm not lighting the fire in the morning, but when that is going, and it's not cold enough yet to light the fire, so at least a candle in the wood burner gives a lovely warm atmosphere, and then the clementine peels on the top with that little bit of warmth, just nice fragrance in the room. When I clean it out, I'll put that in there before lighting a fire, so the smell of this peel will enter the room as well. So yes. And then of course you remember last year I made those, what do you call it, like a palmet kind of thing. And then there was the bows in the corner, and I made those this year with some sprigs of pine needles that I found on the green when walking the dog, and some of the leaves from the conifer hedge out the back garden, together with some sprays from, I've had those fake holly ones for, since the children were little. And then just some mixtures of bows because I don't have wired ribbon, and it's a make do. I'm making do with what I've got, as I always have. And my favorite print, that's the nativity. But oh, my cushions, the children have been playing with them. Do you remember? Made these cushions last year. Yeah. Yep, them. So these can come off and I can use the cushions if I want without them and just keep those for Christmas, but I just put them all away for Christmas. I'm not a fan of cushions that end up everywhere. Oh, my jam jars for making the jam. tiny little decorations in the windowsill, just the 3 little items and the 3 little bows with another rocking horse and some fake mistletoe and ribbons. That's it. And yet I think it makes a nice festive window. And that's the landing. Again, a few little decorations on the top, some silver bows, my filigree angel and stars, and you remember the crescent moon fairy that I restored last year. And down here, my one musical tin. You wind it up underneath and then it plays Wish Me a Merry Christmas while the carousel turns inside. Just a few little bits and bobs. A mirror at the back. A wooden star hubby made last year. Very old pair of doves I had from somebody many years ago. I can't remember where, but they're so old. I'd love to make more. Some pine cones. Gifts given by other people. Charity shop finds. More earrings again. Some special bits my granddaughter liked at the garden centre last year. Little bits I found, can't remember where from. The soldier hubby made for me last year. And there is the ballerina that goes with him. And another mermaid up there as well. My granddaughter loved those. The lights. And a little teddy just sat there by the foot of the tree. And that is it. That's my landing. This one is even lovelier. This one, you just turn the top. And this is my mop doll I made very many years ago. Again, lots of things I've done many years ago. This was made back in 95, somewhere between 95 and 99. Yeah, mop doll. She needs reviving. All sorts of things are coming off and looking tatty. So I'll tidy her up one day. And then, of course, there's these decorations. These candles I've had for so many years. They will never be lit. They were given to me by somebody, so who knows how old they are. Nativity, another one, the glass one, bought many years ago again when my daughter, I think, was about, she wasn't even a teen yet. And there was a little manger, glass manger with baby Jesus in there. And of course my grandson, when he was only little, in the other house we had a very low mantle, and he tried to reach for it and it fell off and smashed on the hearth. So I shall one day find a way of replacing it. My tins, I love my odd tins, my really weird tins. There's some on the landing I'll show you. Yeah, my odd tins. Not just the one I've just played you that actually plays music. That one was a bauble one, had biscuits in there. So it is a tin. It's got a hook on the top thing that you could hang it up somewhere, probably on a curtain pole or something with some ribbon, but I just keep it next to the other tins, and that's an odd tin. I like collecting odd tins. Yeah, especially with this one. This is fitting hubby's mince pies for the season in there. Perfect for giving gifts. That's why I like collecting tins. So hubby made a tradition for himself many years ago. He loved mince pies. Right. This is many years ago when the children were little. Our children were little. And he loved them so much that when we bought packs of mince pies, it wouldn't take him long to polish the lot off. And he went through a phase where he had so many mince pies that he couldn't stand the sight of them. It really turned him off them. And so for a few years he didn't touch them, just didn't like them. I've never been a fan of mince pies. I don't like cooked fruit in that way. But anyway, I made him some mince pies this week gone, because in the past couple, not last year was an odd year for everyone. Year before, I think it's been about 2 years since he's actually enjoyed this tradition of his, because I think it was before we moved to this house, so back in 2014, he introduced a tradition for himself that he would have one mince pie every day for 12 days of Christmas. And this year he wanted to revive that tradition for himself. Just one mince pie a day for 12 days. That'll be it for the whole of Christmas, just the 12 mince pies. So I thought, well, I'm obviously now being plant-based, I will find him some plant-based vegan mince pies. And they're all out there to be found, but oh my gosh, are they all expensive. And even, so I went down the aisle, the baking aisle, and I found a vegan mince pie fill-in, a jar of that, which worked out way cheaper to make my own, because I can make my own vegan pastry, short crust pastry, and the jar which worked. So doing that would work out cheaper, unless of course you count the electricity to make it. But I was not going to spend money like that for something that I could make myself for cheaper for the ingredients. But anyway, so I made him some mince pies. There were a few extra left, which I gave to my daughter's fiance, and he liked them. So here they are in the tin, and hubby is restraining himself and being very diligent with his tradition and having just the one a day for the 12 days. I think that's how he's managing getting carried away eating mince pies. Also, what else have we been doing other than the crafting, making the mince pies, making some cookies? I can't eat one. I can just have one. That's all I can have. It gives me heartburn, because obviously these are normal cookies that have got margarine in them, even if it's vegan margarine. Yeah, barley cup. Barley cup. Oh, lovely and warm first thing in the morning. No, it's not time yet. She's waiting for her breakfast, lover. Anyway, so yeah, mince pies, cookies, the gingerbread houses. What else is there? We haven't done a great deal of what we usually do at Christmas, but I'm not gonna, yeah, like I said, all plans have gone out the window. We're just taking it day by day, finding things to enjoy. I haven't even been watching my Christmas movies. I've been listening to Christmas music while I've been working, because that's something I can do while I'm working, just play the music in the background. I miss caroling. I miss nativity plays. I miss carol services. Yeah, I do miss those things. Yeah. So I think I'll grab my hymn book out and just start belting out Christmas carols. Just because, you know, like you can dance like nobody's looking. Well, you can sing like nobody's listening. Belting them out because it feels good and it's Christmas. I'll get some more baking done so the house can fill with the smell of Christmas baking. That'll be good at some point. Yeah. So there you are. I have lots of thoughts and feelings about Christmas. Lots of people don't like to celebrate. I love to celebrate. I don't have to spend much money. In fact, we don't. We only bought small gifts for our grandchildren this year, and as per usual, it's a frugal thing. We're making gifts for the rest of the family, baking, making jams. I made chutneys earlier. Hopefully they're done by now. They should be mature by next week or the week after. So yeah, baking. That's what we're doing. Baking. I've told my children, you know, you can don't give us chocolates because we don't want chocolates. We've already got some. Don't know how we're going to manage those because somebody gave it to us for a gift. But we've asked everybody else, no chocolates, things like that, no money spent as such. We'd prefer things for the food storage cupboard. We'd prefer things for the garden, like seeds or gloves, if they really, really, really want to get us something. Otherwise, we just want their love and their company, and that will do. That's the most precious thing, is time with our family. So we don't need anything for Christmas except that. That's not what Christmas is about, although gifts are a part of Christmas in symbolism of the gifts the wise men brought to baby Jesus. So it's the gifts that he gives us, the beautiful gifts of love, of kindness, of compassion, of service. So those kind of gifts are the most precious, not necessarily tangible things, although the gifts that the wise men gave to baby Jesus were symbolic, and they were practical things as well, because they were meant for certain practical practices as far as the essence, the frankincense and the myrrh go, and the money obviously would have been helpful for them, but it also had a purpose. There was symbolism in that. So there should be symbolism in the gifts that we give. There should be meaning behind them, and they should be something. Well, it is for me anyway. That's it should be for me, not other. I'm not telling anybody else what they should be doing for Christmas and how they should be giving the gifts. That's an individual thing. But for me and my family and the way I give, that's what they should be to me. That's just my personal opinion for me. You do you. I'll do my way for me. So, yeah. Giving of gifts. It is a part of Christmas for us generally, but we'll find ways of doing that frugally and more meaningfully. So, yeah. And there's there's a week away from Christmas. We're a week away from Christmas Day. Oh, and there's forecast to be a fluttering of snow on Christmas Day for us in the morning, but then should be washed away by rain. Although the weather can change its mind just like that. So who knows? We might have more than a fluttering on Christmas Day. Who knows? But it won't equate to a white Christmas because the technicality is quite different. But I don't care. If it's fluttering on Christmas Day, it'll be a white Christmas for me. Have fun. We haven't had snow at Christmas since, for our family anyway, where we are in this area. We haven't had a white Christmas, technical white Christmas, since, well, we lived in the other house. And we had deep snow. Well, deep for us. We never ever get more than about 3 or 4 inches around it, just generally speaking. But that year, it was 2 foot deep in places. And we've had some here that was at least 1 foot deep in the back garden. I've had showed pictures and videos in the past. But that one Christmas when it was snowing at Christmas. Not in January or February, it was actually Christmas. And temperatures in the front garden were minus 17 degrees C. That was cold. We haven't had anything like that since. We've had snow in February and March since then, but nothing like that. So, who knows? Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you now. So it's been lovely to chat with you again and catch up. Vaguely. But hopefully, even if it's just a teeny weeny little video of 2 minutes long, I will post one for you next week to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I would happily, and without feelings of guilt, say I'm not going to post another one until the end of the year. Yeah, I would happily skip this video and just enjoy the rest of the season, because it does take quite a lot of time putting clips together and sorting things out. And even on the most basic, boring videos, it does take time and effort to make, edit, and upload videos. I feel you are worth the effort of doing that every week. Take care, folks. Have a lovely week leading up to Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, if you don't, have a lovely week anyway. Take care, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you don't mind, especially if you do subscribe. Click that notification bell on the side and click all so that you get a notification when I do post a video, just in case. Okay. I do appreciate your comments. I do appreciate your shares. It shows support for the channel. Take care, folks. Have fun. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.